So if you're ever dating a girl or you're out on a date and it's like date 3 and she's like, oh, no guy's ever treated me like this. No guy's ever treated me right. You go home and you block her number, or you do the thing where you're like, hey, I'm just not ready, or whatever the hell people do. And here's why. And a part of you is like, oh no, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to help her. No, you dumb You're going to get chewed up and spit out and discarded. And I'll tell you why. So let's break it down. So a female that's like 20 to 30, that's decently attractive or attractive at all. No guy's ever treated her well? Are you kidding me? No, of course someone has. And unless someone's like really, really not good looking and like an addict or something, they obviously at some point were treated well by a guy in their entire life. It's just not true. But what is happening is they are attracted to people that don't treat them well. So that's what they keep in their life. And if they actually get a guy in their circle that is very nice and caring to them, you're going to give them the ick. And they're going to take out all that pain that all those other guys gave and give it to you. And they're still going to be chasing other guys while you're doing all this nice shit for them. What else? Oh, and the reason why they, like, all these guys that they date are assholes, it's either because that's what they're attracted to, or that's what they make them be. And when I say make them, it's like either a guy, like the female themselves has such a attitude that they, like, eventually the guy's like, it just doesn't care. The female's not putting an effort and she's constantly disrespecting him. So he doesn't give a anymore. So then what happens is, like, he just starts being an ass, or a guy realizes, like, oh, she responds to ass behavior and maybe they like the sex. So then they stick around. That's why. So any advice ever, if you've ever watched one of my videos or not, I'm just saying, throw that chick's number away. She's going to chew you up and spit you out. And you know how I know this? It's because it's happened to me a couple times. I was like, oh, I'm going to be the guy. I'm going to be the guy that makes them happy. And I'm going to do... And then as soon as I do all this that they apparently wanted in a dude, get chewed up and discarded. Here's something real life. This happened in the last couple months. And I should have walked the away, but I didn't, because I was a dumb and learning and growing. This girl was like, oh, I just want a guy that's reliable. And I just like men haven't been reliable with me. First night, we fell asleep at my place, had sex in front of the fire, all romantic, candles and stuff. We fall asleep in each other's arms. And I wake up, she's gone. She left to go pick up her ex-boyfriend. And he actually ditched her, which is funny. He just, like, rang her up out of the blue. And she eventually told me what happened. And apparently, he didn't even, he was like, oh, maybe come get me. And then she went home to wait for him. To wait to pick him up. And left me. She was texting another guy while in bed with me. That's the type of girls that are like, no guy's ever treated me right. They're delusional. They do get treated right. They just don't remember it, because those same girls, I don't know why. And I'm saying girls, not women, because they're not women. They're not grown up in the head. Those same girls are the same girls that will find anything to complain about any guy. And, like, all of her exes are monsters. It's like, well, maybe if they were all monsters, she's doing something to attract that. Or maybe they were just normal people and she brought the monsters out in them. Is that possible? That she brought the monsters out in these dudes because of her behavior and disrespect?